Good afternoon, everyone. It is David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office with live severe weather coverage as it takes place across Texas. Today, I took a day off yesterday, but came back with a big bang, and that is a moderate risk of severe weather today across Oklahoma, central northern Texas. We will be on top of this until 6 o'clock tonight when I'll have to go to church. But in the meantime, we do have severe weather going on right now across Oklahoma. We got a tornado warning ongoing across western panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas Beaver counties at the moment. We have also had a 2.5-inch hail report out of that storm. So if we go to radar Omega here, we can see that we have a strong storm. Let's go over to that. I think it's this cell. Let's go out of Dodge City. So line of intense storms here. We have 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some pretty large hail that is ongoing. So if you're in Dodge City, we also have storms headed your way. Lots of lightning strikes with this. We have some strong winds anticipated with this that are anywhere between 45 to 65 miles an hour. Further south, that's where we have the more intense storms. So if we go to Echo Tops, we can clearly see some pretty intense updrafts going on with this line of storms from, say, if you're in Sublette, if you're in Liberal, if you are in the Optima Hooker area on 412, on 83, that's where we have the stronger storms developing at the moment. But again, the strongest storm in Oklahoma right now would probably be this one in White Wolf Lodge, where we do have some really large hail potentially with this 3.5 inches in diameter. So again, big hailstones expected with these storms. We also have another storm near Holy City, or the Holy City, that is. We have 100% chance of hail, and that's also possibly producing 3-inch hail in diameter. So some pretty big storms here that we're watching in Lawton, Oklahoma. So if you know where this is, Lawton, Oklahoma, 62. If you're on I-44 going north, just be aware we do have this strong thunderstorm that has really materialized some pretty strong rotation with it too. If we actually go and see here, so the reds are moving away from the radar. That's what we have. We have greens and blues moving toward the radar site. So again, we have a pretty strong rear flank downdraft here coming out in front of it. We also have really intense inflow associated with this storm. Hey there, Martin's Weather Team. How are you doing? What's up, Mason Fishy? What's up, Lego Train 489? What's up, 8-Bit Studios? Weather Watcher, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Again, if you guys are new, please share this with your family and friends on social media because there is a moderate risk of severe weather today. In fact, if we do take a look at that, let's go to all right, my voice cut it out there. Sorry, yes, I'm sorry if I'm muted. All right, you guys should hear me now. Sorry, I do not know why that did not get reported. So again, like I said, let me repeat myself. If you guys didn't hear me there, I do apologize. There's a moderate risk of severe weather, level 4 out of 5. Yeah, only one more level to go before we get to a level 5. And you can see moderate risk across central, western, southern Oklahoma. This is driven by a 45 significant for really large hail. And again, we could see hailstones, folks, 5+ inches in diameter today. It is on weather meso discussions, all right? 45 significant for really big hailstones. Yeah, about this big, all right? And then when we take a look at our wind risk, there is a 45 significant for winds that could exceed well over 75 miles an hour. So potentially we could be looking at wind gusts in hurricane force criteria. We'll be looking at a model to illustrate that in just a second. When you take a look at our tornado risk, there is a 10 non-sig for tornadoes, which I am quite frankly surprised by that, because given the moderate risk and the shear that we're going to be looking at, I am surprised. But there is a 10% risk for tornadoes, so a pretty significant risk today, folks, for severe weather. So let's take a look here at another way we can view this is if we go over and take a look at our wind forecast. Let's go and look at the HRRR model. If we play this through, we can see that there is going to be some isolated wind gusts. You can see the outflow here. Take note of this. Yeah, these are winds that are, let's take a look, that are 67 miles an hour. I know it's hard to see that, but 67 mile an hour winds are anticipated. And then when we go forward, just within an hour, 5 or about say 7 p.m. Yeah, look at what the forecast calls for. 75 mile an hour outflow winds here. So some very intense wind gusts with these storms, and those will transit over Oklahoma throughout the next couple of hours. So you can see strong winds that are anticipated, and then could get some big time winds possibly in here across Kingston on the Meade area. This is on US 70. Could see some very intense northerly winds, some outflow winds up to about 80 miles an hour. That's quite strong. And this goes into Boham, Honey Grove by about, say, 12 midnight, Sulphur Springs eventually. But yeah, very strong winds with this outflow boundary. Yeah, possibly a derecho wouldn't surprise me by any means. Yeah, that's just sustained winds, by the way. All right, let's take a look at wind gusts, because winds could gust over 80 miles an hour. Here's one little area that could have gusts 111 miles an hour. Yeah, 111 mile an hour winds potentially with this line of storms. Look at this. If you're in Durant, Silio, in the Oklahoma area, strong northerly winds are anticipated with this. So if we go forward, we can see wind gusts up to about 80 to 100 miles an hour, and then eventually Sulphur Springs, and then going all the way into, say, eastern Texas and southeastern Oklahoma, eventually into Arkansas. We can be looking at wind gusts between 70 to 80 miles an hour. Pretty strong, and then it continues on into northern Louisiana. So big time wind concern with these storms today. And that's what the HRRR model actually forecasts. Yeah, some strong winds anticipated. So here's one of those areas. We are getting a little bit of a pocket here. We go and take a look. Probably about 70 to 80 mile an hour winds are anticipated with this line of storms. Right here on the ice, or on the State Route 62. That's a strong RFD right there. A couple of supercells that are really organizing. So we are already seeing numerous hail reports out of those storms so far with a tornado warning on it. So if you are in Central High in, say, the Oklahoma area, please take shelter. Again, this is a very destructive storm. I mean, we are talking hail, folks, baseball size hail that is 2.5 to 3 inches in diameter. And yeah, we have 2 tornado warnings that are in progress at the moment. So you can see it here clearly, strong rotation. That is a very strong supercell. We actually take a look at the 3D dimensional on this storm. Yeah, look how tall that storm is. Very tall. Nice inflow onto this storm. Rain-free area underneath where a lot of the rain would be falling on top of the storm. So definitely pretty good production here for some really large hailstones. Way back in there, you can really see the inflow. Really well dynamic inflow, a jet into that storm. So that is a very organized storm. If you're in Medicine Park right now, Oklahoma, Lawton, Oklahoma, Comanche County, Oklahoma. If you're in Stevens County, Central High, Oil City, Oklahoma, that's a very strong thunderstorm right there. And when we actually take a look at our echo tops, yeah, our echo tops on this are very high. So we are seeing 59 to 60,000 joules per kilo, not joules, 59 to 60,000 foot echo tops with hail that is approaching 4 inches in diameter. Big, big time hail. Yeah, big, serious hail that is going on. Okay. So if you're in Lawton, Oklahoma, if you're in Bethel, if you're in Marlow, Duncan, Central High, White Wolf Bridge, again, please take shelter. Very strong thunderstorms here. Severe tornado warned as well. In fact, if we go take a look at our tornado warnings, let's turn those on. We can see definitely some strong thunderstorms. You can see nice looking hook there. Yeah. Ben Dover, I'm not gonna skip group tonight. I'm hoping to have someone to cover me for that. Actually, no, I'll end the stream then, but I will be streaming throughout that period. See, my days are all, or my time is all off here. But yeah, we do got a tornado warning here for some baseball size hail and a tornado moving east at 30 miles an hour. So if you're in Duncan, Velma, if you're in Tatmas, please take shelter. Really strong supercell, folks. I mean, we are talking about some gorilla hail, giant hailstones today. No hype, no fear or anything, because it is on the Storm Prediction Center. There are anticipating some giant hailstones today. That's in the forecast. So if you're in Lawton right now, that's where we're tracking the biggest storms right now at the moment. When we actually kind of forward this, we can see how the storms are progressing. You can even see a little outflow boundary, a modified boundary right in here, right over Greer County, Jackson County, and Kewah County. So on the northern side of this, temperatures are probably cooler, but the air mass will probably recover nicely since it's about 444 over there. Okay, we got a confirmed tornado. Someone is saying, Dakota saying, Lawton, Oklahoma, confirmed tornado. I don't think it's confirmed yet. I don't see any debris ball, but it wouldn't surprise me given our updraft helicity today. That is quite strong. We have a lot of instability. If we actually take a look at our analysis further south of these storms, look at that. We have another supercell that is popping off down there in central Texas. Yeah, we have a lot of instability today. 5,500 joules of CAPE. So it is really, really, really strong. Can really get the idea just how strong these storms actually are. You can see a storm right there popping off. The storms to the north coming down here, right along this instability gradient. See if we see these storms kind of grow in the central Texas area. We take a look at our hail reports. Only 33 hail reports, 22 wind reports so far, but we're probably going to add on to those quite quickly. And nothing new with our severe weather watches. We actually switch gears here. I guess full screen is going to have to do. But EF2 tornadoes are low. Tornadoes are moderate. Severe wind, all the way up. Severe wind, hurricane force winds, severe hail, and giant hail is all high in the severe weather warning. So that's what we're anticipating. And it's probably with this storm that we're seeing the best conditions at the moment. Where are my regular views? I don't know. I don't stream very often, so that's probably why no one joins anyways. I'm not a streamer. I just don't, But I will stream when I have time and everything. People love my videos more, I believe, than my live streams themselves. So if we look at Doppler radar, definitely some clustering supercells over here. This one especially going into Oil City. Duncan, that is quite strong. And yeah, look at all the warnings that we have in effect right now. Very, very busy. Okay, got a updated tornado warning. Tornado and baseball size hail moving east at 20 miles an hour. We actually go to Houston. Let's actually switch radar sites and move over there. By the way, how is the streaming quality? Am I lagging? Because it's saying I am lagging. That's also why I don't like streaming very often, just because my internet here sucks. It literally sucks, and it's probably not going to get any better until I complain to the internet company to fix their receiving towers. So that's also why I don't like live streaming a lot, because it just buffers. At least, hopefully, no one's complaining about it buffering. Good, no lag. That's great to hear. Yeah, we have also another storm approaching Cherokee in the Saba County, San Saba in Texas. Nice, good looking updraft with this one. And if we take a look at our 3D on this, that's a nice looking vertical towered or a hot tower thunderstorm there. You can even see the overshooting top. We actually make this a little bit more higher quality. We could actually see where the updraft really is. The overshooting top quite evident here. Thank you, William. So yeah, that's where we have the storm moving into Cherokee right now, San Saba, in Texas. So if you're downstream of this, Lampasas, if you're in Lometa, if you're in La Paz County, Texas, please take shelter. This is a developing storm. We also have a storm to its northwest that could get severe warned here in the next 30 minutes or so. Yeah, we do have a very intense supercell right here in Cherokee Valley Spring. If you're in Pontiac, just to the east, we did have a hail report there with hail up to about 1¼ inches in diameter. So some pretty large hailstones with that system. We just got a wind damage report. Tree damage reported in Lawton, Oklahoma. Part of that storm that we are tracking right now. Doesn't look like any significant rotation or anything organized, but nevertheless, it is producing some really large hail and some gusty winds. So yeah, it's moving right now over Comanche on the I-44 corridor, causing a lot of problems. Lots of hail reports, wind damage report right now. Lon PD confirmed a tornado on the ground. Thank you so much, Darla. I'm glad you appreciate me very much. You're in Colleen, Texas. So you're all the way... Geez, you're all the way down over here near San Angelo. Abilene, Brownwood. Yeah. Yeah, I just acknowledge that, bend over. Thank you, though. Thank you. So yeah, Oil City, Duncan, Marlow. If you're in Stevens County, that's where we have the storms at the moment. You could, again, if you guys didn't see this, there is your outflow boundary. That's just kind of stalled about. You can even see the air mass might be trying to go back north. You can see the returning flow right there. Right on the back side of that supercell. You have a big time hail with that one. Big time. Oh gosh, we have 4-inch hail marker on this. Big time hail on this storm. Wow, big time. If you're on I-62, maybe some isolated softball size hail cannot be ruled out. I mean, that is 4-inch hail marker on that storm. 4 inches. So some big time hail aloft. And we'll see if that actually makes its way to the surface. That is some serious hail with that storm. And it was mentioned in the SPC discussion that there could be isolated 3+ inch hailstones, maybe exceeding 5 inches in diameter. So enough to really cause a lot of broken windshields. Carports could be destroyed by the large hail. And also the wind damage, too, is something else. We are under an excessive heat warning here in Houston. It is beyond hot here right... Yeah, it is. It's hot there. It's going to only get hot there over the next few days. So I hope you're prepared. In fact, let's go off topic really quickly and take a look at the temperatures in Texas. It'd be pretty dangerous. Let's go to the HRRR model. It's not just... Yeah, if we go through tomorrow... Yeah, 105 in some areas. It's pretty hot. And then, of course, Saturday, it's going to even be hotter, perhaps. Temperatures there. 108 in southern Texas. If we look at the European model, go forward, it gets very dangerous next week. Maybe 109, 110 in some areas. And then... Yeah, look at this. 114, 116 down here in southern Texas. And then even hotter. Look at this. 115 degrees. Oh boy. Texas is going to be on some serious heat-related products because of how hot it's going to be. Cools down a little bit by Wednesday. Maybe a little bit more on Thursday. Friday, maybe even cooler, but still at around 100 degrees for the next 10 days. But yeah, your guys are going to have to really get through tomorrow, Tuesday, and your apparent air temperature could feel like 115 in some areas. 119 degrees near the Corpus Christi, Texas area. That will be for Tuesday next week. So extreme as far as how hot it's going to feel. Look at this. 116 it might feel like on Monday. So, yeah. You probably won't be too upset about getting hit with one of these thunderstorms because it'll bring down your temperatures. We just got a 3-inch hail report. 3-inch hail report that was reported just north of Lawton in Oklahoma. So this is producing some big time hail. Three to 4-inch hail on these storms. Big, destructive hail. And you can see it right here, the severe weather threat, at least bringing down temperatures a little bit. So modifying the air just to the north. If you're in Hobart, if you're in Mountain View, if you're in the Rocky area, probably temperatures a little bit cooler thanks to those showers, but out ahead of this, it's pretty warm right now. Temperatures in the hundreds, upper 90s, low 100s. You can even see where that outflow boundary actually is. And in fact, the outflow boundary might be retrograding. Pretty interesting to see that. See the outflow boundary. So yeah, really strong winds coming in on the backside of this, kind of two mesocyclones. You may have something tightening up right here a little bit. We have some reds tightening up with greens moving in the opposite direction. Again, we have another mesocyclone right there. It's mainly hail at this point. We're seeing the biggest hail so far of the stream that has developed. And when we take a look at our echotops, yeah, our echotops, 62,000 feet. So some really intense updrafts with these storms. 62,000 foot echotops. Lawton, Oklahoma, 59,000 feet. We have 59 to 60,000 feet on the I-44 corridor. Yeah, really big exploding thunderstorms. Just got a new tornado warning, or an updated one. Tornado and baseball size hail does continue right now for Bethel, for Oil City at the moment. Yeah, the reflectivity is intensifying on these storms right now. Big time. I mean, we have 70 decibels perhaps with some of these storms, and you can really see it. About to produce some big time hail over Lawton, Comanche in Oklahoma right now. Probably getting some 3+ inch hail reports out of Lawton, Oklahoma as we speak. That's where it really is bad. This is where our moderate risk of severe weather really is, driven by large hail and hurricane force winds. So giant hail and hurricane force winds. And yeah, hurricane force winds on top of giant hail could even lead to more destruction. Carports could be destroyed, windows shattered, car windows shattered, cars could have dents in them. Yeah, we could be looking at hail that kind of flies down at like 200 miles an hour that could lead to more extensive damage. Why we are streaming on this. As I stated, I missed my last moderate risk, so I'm making it up for this moderate risk of severe weather. Yeah, we might be getting a tornado that is forming here. We could get a tornado warning at any time on this storm. That is starting to tighten up a little bit right along that boundary. Where are my regular viewers? I don't know. Maybe they're busy today. Yeah, you could invite them by sharing the stream with their family and friends on social media. Yeah, look at this storm right here. Really intense. So yeah, if you're in Lawton right now, getting some hail damage at the moment. You go down towards the south, we got another supercell in Cherokee. This is not really strong by any means. Not even producing any rotation. It's just one of those weak to moderate looking supercells, but it does have a high top with it, approaching almost 60,000 feet. So some really high echo tops with this storm at the moment. Testing? Yeah, you guys could hear me. Can you guys hear me just fine? Apparently, I am muted. Okay, we got a confirmed tornado warning right now in Walters. This is in Cotton County. This is, yeah, Cotton Comanche County right now. There is a tornado that is on the ground. Right now at the moment, damaging tornado and golf ball size hail. This is, I knew that would get warned, and you can see it right there. Some tightening rotation. Yeah, that's where we have the stronger rotation right there. If you are on the on State Route 36, where we have the stronger rotation. Bend over. This is real. I promise, this is real. So if you're in Germany, if you are in Walters, if you're in Temple, Cotton County, please take shelter. That is where we have the tornado warning. This could get tornado warned or get extended with the tornado warning on this storm and headed into Duncan Stevens. This is a storm that we're really watching. The moment might be a little faint debris ball on that, actually. So doing a little bit of damage as this moves into a pretty rural area of Texas. This is where we do have the 2 tornado warnings, the 3 destructive severe thunderstorm warnings at the moment. Golf ball size hail is a guarantee. So you can see where that storm is moving right now. This is headed right down into Carter County, Stevens County, eventually going into Jefferson County within probably the next couple of hours or so. You can see the movement of that. That's a strong supercell right there. Really, really strong. Quite formidable. Yep, that's the extension of the tornado warning. Oil City. That's definitely getting organized. Yep, that is going to wrap up. That's going to be our next storm that could produce a tornado here on the ground really soon. We're watching that storm in Oil City. We're watching another storm there in Germinio. Look at these echo tops. Really, really high. I mean, we have echo tops 60,000 plus feet high at the moment. Really high echo tops. And so these updrafts are explosive. Yeah, we're going to get a tornado on the ground with this one. Headed into Duncan right now. Please take shelter. 90 degrees out in front of these storms, and the dew point is in the upper 60s, low 70s. So there's a lot of instability, a lot of moisture to work with. So as we can see, we do have a tornado on the ground. Headed in onto the I-44 corridor, Walters in Oklahoma. Please take shelter. This is a very strong storm. This is dominating a lot of the stream right now. So we have 3 tornado warnings, 3 destructive severe thunderstorm warnings at the moment. And this is headed right towards Wilson, Ardmore within the next 1 to 3 hours or so. If we actually play and animate this, we can see how our storm has actually progressed. Went through Snyder, Texas, and we can see it right here how it all developed. Almost looks like a mega supercell is forming. There's the main hook right there. Without that little hook, you can see it'd be a huge supercell. So this one has my attention big time. Because that's where we have the tornado that is on the ground potentially, and we have another area of strong rotation that is potentially could be on the ground here very soon, just south of State Route 7. We got a newly observed tornado warning. Oh my gosh, radar hole. This is in a radar hole, so it's going to be very hard to tell, but Perryton under a tornado right now. Live storm chaser video confirmed tornado, damaging tornado, and baseball size hail. This is in Perryton, Texas. Perryton, Texas, where we do have that strong thunderstorm there. How's everyone doing? Man, chat is extremely dead tonight. I don't know if you guys are even hearing me. But yeah, strong mesovortex here. Could be a tornado on the ground. Definitely a tornado on the ground. If you're in Perryton, getting destroyed probably. If you're in the Daruzat area in Texas, please take shelter. If you're in Meade, Texas, just a line of strong thunderstorms there. 70+ mile-an-hour wind gusts are anticipated with that. What's up, Sharon H? How are you doing? Welcome. Well, you've been here for a while. Good grief. We might have a tornado on the ground. Just south of Nellie. Just south of Nellie in Oklahoma right now, we might have a tornado on the ground. Really, really tight rotation on that. Extremely tight rotation. So that might get torn. That is probably on the ground. What's up, Brian Track Hurricanes? How are you doing? It feels like April all over again. I do agree. It's pretty active. Can definitely see that rotating quite strongly. Oh, and 4-inch hail report. Jeez. 4-inch hail report. Yeah, 4-inch hail report just reported in Lawton, Oklahoma. So yeah, this is producing big time hail, and that's from that's Twitter image confirming that right now. Source Public did report that. Debris ball in Oil City. That is not a debris ball. If there's a debris ball, I'm going to look for it right over here, just to the northwest of Oil City. Now, that's not a debris ball. That's fading away already. But really big hail on that storm. Big time. Yeah, 4-inch hail with that storm on the I-44 corridor. That is probably leading to a lot of damage. A lot of damage is being done with these storms. So yeah, we're going to watch this complex of storms right in here. This is the hot spot. This is where we have the best chances of seeing probably some 4-inch hail for sure. Pretty strong supercell. You even have something going on back in there in that storm. Maybe a mesovortice of some sort. Even had a splitting supercell over here in San Saba. Cherokee, Valley Spring, getting the best of the worst. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Good grief. We got a tornado warning in Monroe, Michigan. Man, storms are just firing up everywhere today. Nature, I guess, is not very happy. That's going to be moving over water really soon, though. David, is Oklahoma City in danger of any tornadoes? No. Well, you have this second piece of energy that is probably not. I would say you guys are probably in the clear for right now, but I would expect maybe more development later on. Probably right over Oklahoma and just to the northwest of Oklahoma. We'll see if this group of storms actually can make it into Oklahoma, but they're moving awfully slow at the moment. Versus these storms down here to the south are moving a little faster. But yeah, this complex of storms here, definitely big. Definitely big. What's up, Daniel Green? How are you? Ben Dover, I answered that question already. I don't know where my regular viewers are. They're probably busy. Again, I'm not a live streamer usually, so that's probably why. A lot of people probably go to Ryan Hall, y'all, and Nate to watch their live stream, and they're all over the place. All these tornado warnings go further south into Austin, Texas. It's where we have a tornado warning. Okay, you're hidden, bend over. I can't. Goodbye. So if you're in Silver Creek Village, Golden Beach, downstream, please take shelter. This is a tornado warning. Valley Spring. Again, Yeah, see, I am not getting any good internet connection. Saying my stream quality is really bad, so that's where we have a tornado warning right now in Valley Spring in Texas. So, yeah, they're just popping up all over. A lot of tornado warnings so far in this stream. And we'll see about this storm in Walters right now. 2 areas of strong rotation.